Hello, my name is Abram Kelly. I'm here doing a short lesson on diameter and radius using the planets in our solar system. Here with my friend Elijah. Say hello. All right. And we're going to work on. We're going to start now. So Elijah, what do you know about the planets in our solar system?
They all orbit the sun.
They all orbit the sun. Do you know anything about their sizes, like how big they are?
No,
Or anything
not
like
really.
that? Okay. All right. So just to kind of familiarize ourselves with the planets in our solar system, I'm gonna play a short video for you. All right.
Okay.
All right.
We can see the whole solar system from here. I think we can hear it from here too. We are the planets of the solar system, different sizes for everyone. The music never ends. We are such good friends, and we all orbit the sun. Here comes the sun, rapping first on this track. From the beginning, I'm the center of the solar system. Planets be spinning around me, so hot. I'm roasting your seat. Now I pass the mic to the planet closest to me. Mercury, the smallest planet, small as Earth's moon. I guess.
Alrighty. So, what's the first planet in our solar system?
Mercury,
Mercury. All right. Is it the biggest planet? Smallest planet?
smallest.
Smallest planet. All right. Let's keep going.
Super hot and cold and it's been very slow. I'm Venus, I got mountains and volcanoes and spray. I'm the same size as Earth, but in the opposite way.
Yeah, I'm Earth. I'm the home to every boy and girl.
Such a beautiful, beautiful world. I'm Mars, a red planet. I got deserts and ice, and I've got two moons. That's like one moon or twice. I'm Jupiter, the biggest planet. I'm humongous, gargantuan. I spin the fastest, rapid fastest, plus I'm handsome, blam son. Oh, please, I'm Saturn. Check out my beautiful rings, made up of billions of rocks, dust, and other things.
I'm Uranus. I say that with pride. Okay, I lied. I'm embarrassed because I'm the only planet lying on its side.
I'm Neptune. I'm cold, dark, windy, and mysterious. I'm very stormy, so bring an umbrella. I'm serious. We are the planets of the solar system. Different sizes for everyone. The music never ends. We are such good friends, and we all orbit the sun. Well, we are done exploring the solar system. I am thirsty. Let's explore the rest of the Milky Way galaxy.
All right. Now, from watching that video, could you tell me what the biggest planet was? Do you remember?
Jupiter,
It was Jupiter. All right, all right. Do you remember the other planet? One planet was real hot. She had volcanoes coming from her.
Venus,
That was Venus. All right. And of course, what planet was about the size of Earth's moon?
Mercury,
That was Mercury. That was Mercury. All right. So, yep, those were our planets. Now, what do you know about? Do you know like how big necessarily they are? Like how, if you had to compare it to something, could you compare it to something that you know about how big these planets are?
a ball,
Like a ball. All right. Like how big a ball are we talking here? We're talking
like
like a
super big,
huge ball, right? Like
Yes.
giant ball. Much bigger than Earth, or a few basketballs, or what are we talking about?
bigger than Earth.
Bigger than Earth. All right, so we're talking huge balls. How many? You think those are like miles, feet, kilometers,
Miles,
big miles, right? All right.
Yes.
So what we're gonna work with here today is we're gonna use work with place value. You know anything about place value?
like the fractions,
Like if I gave you the number 100, all right, do you know what place the one is in?
oh the hundreds,
The hundreds place. All right, yeah, correct. If I said the number 10,000, what would the one be then?
yeah, 10,000 place,
All right, make it a little trickier for you. If I said 32,854, what would that two be? And the number 32,854.
2 million, 1 million,
Well, let me show it to you. Saying it, it's a little different. I say 32,000 854. Where is the 2 at?
2,000.
The 2,000, the thousands place. All right. So yeah, you know about your place value. So, like I said at the beginning, we're gonna talk about radius and diameter. All right. Do you know anything about those?
No.
Alrighty. So when we look at our planets, they're all shaped like what you just said a while ago.
Balls.
They're all shaped like balls. Which are, if you had to make it a flat, what would it look like?
A circle.
A circle, right? Alrighty. So whenever we're looking at a circle, alright, whenever you go from one side to the next, it's called a diameter. Pretty much you split it in half.
Yes.
Alrighty. So if I said a radius, what would be a radius if I said it's about half of a diameter?
Half of the diameter.
Half of the diameter. Okay, yeah, I need the answer yet. So if I tried to find the diameter, if I only had the radius, what would I do with the radius?
You'd split it in half too.
Well, if I had the radius, like I have half the diameter, so what would I do with the radius if I was trying to find the diameter?
I'd add another radius.
You'd add the other radius again. So what would you do, like if you were trying to add something again? What is that?
Adding.
You're
Yeah.
adding it again, yeah. So let's say if I had 2 and I was trying to get 4, what would I do to the 2?
Multiply 2.
I would multiply by 2. So if I had half the radius, what would I try to do?
Multiply.
You would multiply by 2 to get the
Diameter.
diameter. All right. So what I'm going to do here, we're just going to work on this little sheet right here, and it's just we're going to figure out how big these planets are. We're going to find out their radius, which we do what? If I have the diameter already, what do I need to do then?
Just find the radius
Which would be what?
by dividing
Dividing?
or splitting. Like take half of it.
Exactly. We'll cut it in half. Good job, my man. Good job. All right. So we're just gonna go planet by planet as I get a pen. All right. So Mercury. Which one was Mercury? That was our biggest planet or our smallest planet?
Smallest.
It was our smallest planet, right? So if it was 4880, 4,880, and that was the diameter, and we're trying to find the radius now, what do we need to do?
Divided by 2.
Divided by 2. Can you show me that?
Yes. $295. I need 295 because I'm going to do a whole number. Here.
295. Let me see. Let's try to use it on a different piece of paper so you can see the whole thing. I can work it out with you, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. So we have 4,880, and that is our diameter, right?
Yes.
And we're trying to find a half. We already know to do that. We're gonna divide it by 2. So if we take 2, what would 2 going to 4 be?
2.
2, right? So we take 2, we subtract 4.
Yes.
Alright, so now we have 8. What's 2 going to 8?
4 times.
4 times. So what would 2 times 4 be?
8.
So we take that again. So what would it be again? It would be
8.
So 2 going to 0 how many times?
0 times.
0 times. So our number would be what?
2,440.
Alrighty. So if our diameter was 4,880 and our radius was 2,440. Do you think you can try another one with me?
Yes.
Alright. Let's try to do the biggest one. Let's do another. Let's look at the moon. The moon was pretty close to Mercury. You think you can do the moon for me?
Yes.
Alright. You want to use my piece of paper? Alright. So you can see. And remember, if you ever have any problem, you can always just walk it out. Talk it out.
Alright. Hmm. 1,739.
1,739.
Yes.
And what was the original? Oh yeah, let me see. Yeah, good job. All right, so we know how to divide very well, don't we?
Yes.
All right. Do you think you can do Jupiter? It's the biggest planet in our solar system.
Yes.
We had a diameter. Can you say that word for me? That letter? No, not word. The number for me.
142,984.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. This will be the last one. 'Cause I feel like you know how to do this very well.
Uh, 71,492.
Oh man, we got a genius on our hands. Good stuff. Alrighty, so I feel like you know very well how to do that. So let's just talk about it one more time just to kind of summarize what we've done here today. So we know how to find what is the diameter. If I gave you a circle, what is the diameter?
Half of it.
It's half of it, all the way across, right in the middle, right?
Yes.
So what is the radius?
That's half
Half of
the circle.
half of the circle? Well, what's half of the circle? Halfway through the circle is what you're trying to say?
Like halfway down.
Like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Then halfway down, alrighty. So, just looking by this, if we had to order these, this would be our last thing. If we had to order these by biggest to smallest, if you could just look at either diameter or radius, would it change?
Yes.
It would change. How so?
Like if we cut it in half, then yeah, it will change with all the numbers.
Okay, I guess let me rephrase my question. If they're all organized by diameter, if I used all of their radiuses, would it change? Like, would it change how big one is to the other if I just use
no.
the radius? And why would that be?
Because no matter what, this will still remain the biggest. Because like it's still the biggest planet.
Alrighty. I feel like we accomplished something today. That'll be the end of our short lesson. Thank you. Thank you, Elijah.
Okay.